So as I was in prayer, I heard the Lord say, do not forfeit your position. And so as I was praying, I was telling the Lord, Lord, you told me to move. You told me to open this business. I know you would not bring me to a barren land. And so as I was praying, before I got up, the Lord said, do not forfeit your position. And so I instantly remembered the scripture I had just read, which is from 1 Samuel chapter 13, verse 7 through 8. It says, meanwhile, Saul stayed at Gilgal, and his men were trembling with fear. Saul waited there 7 days for Samuel, as Samuel had instructed him earlier, but Samuel still didn't come. Saul realized that his troops were rapidly slipping away, so he demanded, bring me the burnt offering and the peace offering. And Saul sacrificed the burnt offerings himself. It says, just as Saul was finishing with the burnt offering, Samuel arrived. Saul went out to meet him and welcome him, but Samuel said, what is it that you have done? It goes on and says, in verse 14, it says, but now your kingdom must end, for the Lord has sought out a man that's after his own heart. The Lord has already appointed him to be the leader of the people, because you have not kept the Lord's command. And so that day, because of what Saul did, because of his impatience, because he saw his army losing and he thought that it was not God's will, he saw his men losing a battle, and he's like, Samuel said he's going to be here in 7 days. He's not here. So I'm going to take it upon myself, which we do. When we see that we are drowning, we try to figure it out on our own. When we see things are failing, we say, okay, God must want us to pivot, do something else. We try to hustle and bustle or figure it out. And it says that because of what he did, because of his impatience, because he did not listen to the Lord's command and keep his position, because he did not think that God was going to come through, because he did not keep his position and the command that the Lord had given him, he lost his position that day. And so I just encourage you that if you are like, Lord, I went where you told me to go, and it does not look like, it's not fruitful, it's not doing what it needs to do, okay? It's not looking anything as you had shown me, as you had promised me. And so right now you're trying to figure it out on your own. And right now you're ready to give up and just walk away and say, this might not be God's will for me, right? And so I want to encourage you to stand in position, to keep your position, to keep your mark. Do not allow for yourself to self-sabotage. And that way the Lord has to give it to someone else that will be obedient. And that is the good news.